Dear students, good evening again. In the previous lectures, what we have done, we have started how the QuickBook is registered, the online version of the QuickBooks. In this class or in this lecture, we will discuss about some of the other things like how the customers are added, how invoices are created, how to receive the payment, so some of the basic concepts. So we will start with the customer. If we just click on that one for creating the customers, what we have to give the basic information about the customers. For example, the title, the first name, middle name, last name, even the email, the company name. So many information is there. So we have to add all this information, or we just add the name of the customer. For example, we write it as a customer 101. So obviously we have all the information and we can add information also. So it is, for example, Ali, and then we can write it as like a phone number here, 600, 500, and then we can write the information, all the information, even the address we can add. That, for example, it is street number 1. Then we have a city. For example, city is Lahore. For example, it is a Punjab. So much information is there, so we can add, for example, the postal code is there and the country Pakistan. So the same billing address we can use. There is a possibility if we want to change the shipping address, so it can be changed. Other information like notes, text information, payment, attachment. So this is the extra information we can write, or even just writing the name of the customer, we can save this one. So just click on the save button. So we will add the customer. So now we have one customer here with the name as 101 and the phone number 600500. So many customers can be added in the same way. So we can copy the customers. Then, for example, we can want to add the other information. For example, we want to add the suppliers, we want to add the invoices, we want the other information. So first of all, we have created the customers. Now we are going for creating the suppliers. So we have to just go over there. So we're on the QuickBooks, and after that we have to see the information about the suppliers. So if we look at that, we have a option of the get, pay and pay. So first of all, we will create some of the suppliers. For example, here we have a new tab. So we will just click on the new suppliers. So new tab is there. So again, like a customers, we have a supplier name is there, like 102. We can write the address here like street number 1. So we have a city like Lahore, province, address, the country, the notes can be there. We can attach also the number. For example, it is 700, 800, the website of that person, the billing rate, the terms, for example, 15 days, 30 days, 60 days, for example, it is due on the receipt, opening balance we can add also, and also we can see that to which account we have to account number we have to add this one. Again, like a social insurance number, business ID, and then we just focus on the save button. So if we click on the save, so now we have a different customers. For example, we have a customer in the same way, we have different suppliers, like a supplier 101 is there, 102 is there. Even we can create the different suppliers we have suppliers, we can click on that supplier and we can see what information that we have. So even here we can go and we can edit that supplier, so all the information is there. So for example, we have other suppliers, like if we see here the different suppliers, like 101 is there, 102 is there, so the different supplier detail is there, so we can add that one. So in the same way we can create the different type of the transactions. For example, if we go to the Quickbooks main menu, and so the next thing we can have, like we have a customer, we have a supplier, so we just want to add one new invoice for the customer. We just click here in the new, and in the new we have a add invoice option, so we just click on that, so we are getting the invoice for that. So invoice for whom? So obviously we have a different customers, like a customer 101 is there. In the same way we have a suppliers and the inventories, so we will look for the invoice number 101. So it is a 101, and then if you just click on that supplier name, so all the information related to that is available. Now the next thing that is very important here, we have to create what the different type of the products are there. So we can create a new product, and even there are 2, 3, 4 different sections are there, so different product can be sold here. So we just look at that. So we have either a different type of the product is there, it may be a goods or it may be a service, so we just add some of the new product over here. So the product can be inventory or the non-inventory item or service or the bundle, so we just click on the inventory item. So we write the name of the inventory. For example, the company is using some of the steel with the grade 101, so it may be in the kgs. So the category, we can add the new category. For example, the category is the steel for construction, and we can save that one. So here we have the next thing that is again important, that how much initial quantity on hand we have. For example, we say like a 6,000 kilogram that we have, and on which date, like on the 1st of the April, we have this quantity available with them, and the reorder the point. For example, if it is like a 1,000 kilogram left with us, we have to give the new order for that. Now after that, we have to see either this is the inventory asset account which you have to use, like a inventory account is there or inventory asset account is there simply, so it depends. And even we can create a new account for that one. We can link to some specific account, but here we are just using the inventory account for that. This is the inventory asset account, and the description for the sale forms. Now the next thing we can see here, we can write the sale price of the product. For example, we are selling it for 450 rupees or the dollars. Now the income account, to which account we have to add, so sale of the product income. So even we can add a new account from that, and in the new account we can write to which account the sales will be recorded. Then the purchasing information, we can write the cost, for example, is 200 for that, and it is linked to the cost of the sales account. And the preferred suppliers, obviously we have a different suppliers created, like 101, 102, we link it to the 102, and we save and close. Now steel for the construction, steel 101 is there, and how much quantity. For example, we are selling like a 500 kilograms we are selling. The rate is how much, that is 450, or we are just selling only 5 kilograms, so it is depending, we are just checking that one. So the total amount that supplier is 2250. In the same way, to this customer we are selling like a steel, and again one more product we can add. For example, we have a steam rice, and we can sell like a 10 kilogram of the rice to that customer. So total bill here is 7250. So even this is the balance due that we have to receive, and the receiving date is what it is, like on the 2nd of April we're selling this product, and the time period is 30 days. So it can change again, like 15 days, 30 days, 16 days. For example, we can change it to the net 15, so that now the due date is 17. Even we can write the email, so automatically this invoice will be sent to the customers by the mail. Now we can click on the save or save and send. If we click on the save and send, it means if the email address is given, automatically it will be sent to the customers. We just click on the save. Now this invoice automatically number is generated. So 101 invoice was there, and now this is 1002 invoice number is saved. So now we just close that one and we go to the main menu. Now we have created the customer. We have also one of the invoice we have created. Now for that invoice, for example, after 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, we want to receive the payment. Again, on the same section in the new, we have to go for that, and we have to see the customer. Which customer was that? It was 101. Now automatically the system is showing that one invoice of 7,250 rupees is already due, and due for on which date? On the 17th, but we can receive it earlier also. So here we have some information. For example, the payment method. We can receive the payment by the cash, or it may be from the check or credit card. We just consider it as a check, and the reference number we can write, for example, check number 5002 is there, and then the deposit in which account, because this account we have already created. It can be deposited into the account, or it can be deposited into the cash or in the bank. So we have just created a bank account with the MCB 1001, so we just link to that one and it will be deposited. So if we see here, there is an option also that the total amount which we have received, so the balance was 7,250, but there is a possibility that the amount received is less than that or even more than that. So we can write the amount. For example, we write like a 5,000 amount is received. So here it is showing that amount received is 5,000. So we just save and the close. So if we just save and the close button and the click on that one, it will give that the payment of 5002 we have received. And if we see here the total amount that we have with that customer, how much is still receivable, so we can see that amount in the balance also. So the total amount in the account in the MCB 001 is 6,500. 5,000 was already received in this, and before that 1,500 we have received. So the total amount or the total balance in that account is 6,500, which is showing here. So for every customer, so we can have different balances, and the customers, if we look at the customer, for example, like we have a customer 101, and the total amount still we have to receive is 2,250. So the total amount was 7,250. Out of that, 5,000 we have received. So the balance what we have to receive is 2,250 from that customer. So this is the basic concept, that how customers are created, suppliers are created, and how they create the invoice, inventory, and how to receive the amount of that invoice from the customer. I hope you have understood the concept, but still if you have any question, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you very much.